My name is barrenness. I just want to tell you guys that we have one interesting uh, interview on this page. Like I said, so it's something that is very touchy, a story that will captivate your mind, a story that you will learn from this particular story. Talking backstage with this particular guest, I think that is the story as in something that is very touchy. So I just want to bring it so that you people will learn and hear from him. So that if there's one thing you passing through in your marriage, you will also learn from his experience. Marriage is an institution that nobody graduates from. You see, you learn, it's a process. So from his experience, we're going to learn one or two. So from what he's going to tell us now, so I want you guys to pay attention and listen carefully. All right. Here with me is Mr.
Thank you very much, Stanley, for having me on your show. Good morning, everyone. My name is Anthony Olayemi Ofuluge. I'm a hotelier. I've been working in the hotel for like 10 years now. Yes, I'm here to share my experience on my infertility journey. And we got married 2014, December to be precise. Since then, we've been trying to conceive. Prior to that time, before we got married, we went for our pre-medical checkup, which confirmed that we are certified okay medically. So February 14, to be precise, 2015, she was confirmed pregnant, and along the line, getting back from the office, when I go home, we realized that she actually called me that she's feeling somehow, that she had a miscarriage. So when I go home, I saw her in a pool of blood. Since then, that is how we embark on the journey. That is how we started the whole story.
Okay, Mr. Anthony, thank you so much for that brief intro. All right, I want to ask you okay, my first question to you is this: when did you get married? What year?
Yes, we got married 2014.
2014, yes, 2014. Okay, that is nice. Okay, after a year, you discovered your wife couldn't conceive. How did you feel?
Yes, it was so traumatizing for me, because the dream of every marriage is to carry their baby or for people to come and celebrate with them after 9 months. So when she was diagnosed, when we went to the hospital, that she was diagnosed with a particular illness that I'm not a medical person, I might not be able to pronounce it well.
Okay.
So that she won't be able to conceive as a result of the last evacuation she had, because she had a miscarriage in 2015. As a result of the evacuation, it was not properly done. So the thing causes some web in her womb, which prevents her from conceiving. So there and there, I felt so devastated. So since then, we just keep on trying.
All right, thank you so much for that. Okay, I want to ask you the next question. What steps did you take after that?
Yes. After that scenario in 2015, we are dedicated Christian anyway. So we started our medicals. We started making some referral. We should go to hospital, doctor. There was a time we even traveled. She traveled actually to South Africa based on a friend recommendation that she should meet a doctor there. The doctor is very good. So we run a series of tests. They kept on confirming the same. You understand? We've been to hospitals, so it's still the same thing. They kept on telling us we've taken drugs. So it got to a point they actually told us that they were giving us option actually, that is either we have an IVF or we have surrogacy or adoption. But we just kept on believing God. We kept on believing God that He's going to do it at His own time. And that's it.
Okay. What were your family reaction after 9 years of waiting?
Yes, to be candid, my parents, both parents, because once you are married, you now have to parent from your wife's side and from your own side. So they've been so supportive, prayers, finances, I must confess, they've been so supporting. And from both sides, none of them actually pressurized us. Rather, they just kept on, praying for us and advising us and supporting us throughout the journey. So they've been so helpful, I must confess.
Okay. Okay, so my question is this. Did you ever have the thought of having another wife or a daughter?
Having another wife has never come. It's not even an option for me. It's not an option for me. I've never thought of it, of a truth. But going for an adoption, yes. She actually reasoned it, so I refuse. I say no. That we are Christian. Let's put our feet at work. That there's nothing God cannot do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. Have you ever thought of seeing your wife as a reason for the child delay?
No, I wouldn't, because when it comes to the issue of infertility, it's both ways. Because for two people to have come together to form a family, there must be an agreement between two of them, and they must believe in each other. So I've never really seen my wife as a problem, because along the line when we're going for our medicals, along the line I was also diagnosed of a particular illness which I started medication on. So in short, we are both treating each other. So it cannot really be as in ascertained who actually has the problem.
Okay. Yes. Okay. That's nice. All right. How are you and your wife holding on from family pressure?
Short, when you say family pressure, it's not only family pressure, society pressure from neighbors. In short, from colleagues as well, I must say. It's not an easy journey, but it takes one to be strong. To be strong. My parents have been very supportive. They've never victimized any one of us, me and my wife, or they've never gone to the point of maybe suggesting to me or to her maybe we should separate. Rather, they kept on advising us, putting us in prayer. There are times that you might have to, maybe you have somebody invite you for a naming ceremony. The next thing some people will say is that they wouldn't know how to carry baby because they don't even have one. You can imagine. I have so many scenarios like that. There was a time I have dogs in my house. I love dogs. There was a time somebody came to the house. Then my one of my puppies just had some puppies. So the next thing the person will say is that instead of them trying to have babies, they were busy breeding dogs. So it was such a painful utterances. But I just went to the room. I knelt down. I prayed that God should just see us through. Mr. Nandi, I must confess, such a painful journey. There's some gathering that we just refuse to attend. There's some invites that we even decline because we are not fitting in the society. We felt that maybe we are being stigmatized. There are some things. The journey actually makes me, I'm an introvert. But the journey makes me more and more to the private. It got to a point in our life we are just existing, very living, because coming back from work, when you come back from home, you understand. After maybe maybe seeing your own children, your friends' babies, or maybe you go out to church and all that, coming back home, the house is so lonely. We are in it together again. Nobody to even welcome daddy, welcome mommy, you are back. So it's such a roller coaster, so lonely. It's an isolating journey for us, I must confess. And it takes serious perseverance for couples to stay without having a baby. Such painful. I just believe that for whoever is going through these same challenges, I know that they should just be steadfast in prayer, and whatever the doctor asks them to do, they should just key into it. They should try as much as possible not to let the public or the society, they should not give in to the society pressure anyway, because society, we in Nigeria, we have audacity. Some people have audacity invading your space. But the kind of person I am, I'm an introvert. I hardly associate with people, and when I get mingled with person, I try as much as possible to even go to the extent of speaking up and all that. But if I'm not kind of cool with you, I try as much as possible to draw back. But when I'm cool with you, I would like to tell you more and more of myself. So when this issue of fertility come in, I went into the shell.
I couldn't relate. I cut off some people, even some of my cousins, some friends, some of my aunties. You understand? I try as much as possible because I don't want to be hearing. I don't want pity party. Actually, I don't want people to be telling me sorry, do, bele, and all that. It gets to me. I'm very emotional, I must say. So I don't want that. So I try as much as possible. I cut off some. There was a time in the office, one of my colleagues was, Mr. Tony, you are too secretive to the point that even though your Facebook, nobody can even get any information from it. When the person said that, I myself, I know, I couldn't even tell him the reason, but I know what I did. Because, you know, some people have the audacity, they will go as far as, you know, going through your profile, your information, to be checking pictures and all that. In short, I just thank God. I thank God, and I believe that anybody that is going through these challenges, with God, all things are possible. Because He says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, is going to make it happen. I really thank God. Thank God.
This is quite touching. This is quite touching, you know. Well, I really thank God that God has finally answered our prayers, and God has answered you and your wife, because it is not an easy journey, actually. Looking at it from your experience and the way you are, you know, this is very touching anyway. You see, but if there's anything you want to share that you feel that you want to let go of your chest, maybe this is an opportunity. You can just free up that whatever you want to dish out, or maybe if you have anything to say additional.
Actually, this journey, I wouldn't even wish it for my enemy. For those that have even mocked us in any way, maybe side talk, gossip, maybe neighborhood, in church, definitely there will be people that are going to mock you. Because, you know, 9 years is not 9 months. You can imagine you multiplying 12 months times 9. You know how many days that is. Staying lonely without a child. You understand? So, but what I would just say is actually even financially draining. Because you just be spending. This one will come to the house. Oh, Mr. Tony, this doctor is working very well. This doctor is. There was a day, one of my MD, when I even mentioned one doctor's name to him, he said he knows the doctor. You understand, in Gwarimpa. To tell you the extent, we've been in and out of Abuja, especially my wife. We've traveled, but because of the nature of my job, I don't really involve in much traveling because I might not really be permitted. But for her, she has been traveling a lot. It's financially draining, emotional, psychologically, really, you know, it's really affected. But we just thank God. We just thank God for everything. And I want to use this opportunity to tell everyone that is experiencing this as well. They should just be steadfast in prayer and keep to whatever the doctor has instructed them to do, and believe in the process that is going to work out. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for coming and sharing your experience with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.